Everyone, this is Hippy Dippy. Welcome back to another anime review. Yes, I do need to shave. Now then, the title's gonna be in the description below. It's called the No Cinderella Nine, which makes no fucking sense because there's nine players on a baseball team, but for some fucking reason there are 11 characters. But I digress. Let's go by episode by episode. Now then, the main character played on a boys baseball team. And the other main character does play on another baseball team before they go into high school. That's their backstory. Alright, every other character has their flaws. You got your shy person that sucks. You got your bold person that wants to learn by yourself. You know, the basic anime trope of anime. Soundtrack's good, I'll give you that. But I'm gonna break it down into like parts because I have a lot to say about this anime. Okay, first off, the first three episodes are not like Big Wind Up. I'm gonna mention Big Wind Up and Princess Nine because those are the only two animes I've watched that are fucking baseball. But first off, it's sub. And the main issue is that Big Wind Up and Princess Nine go right into baseball altogether. The first three episodes does not do that to you. The first three episodes teaches you how expensive baseball is because it's really fucking expensive, and also the fact that how the game is, what equipment you need to use to play fucking baseball, like a baseball bat. Also, making sure your field, making sure the field of your making sure that you have a standardized baseball field where you have to keep it together, like get funds to make sure the baseball field that you can play on without having it like everything break down. So that's the first three episodes. The fourth episode's like a traditions thing because I've all the first four episodes they're trying to get new recruits. They only have two members on the baseball team. This is baseball, but all the baseball players are girls. It's like that movie from where they made a all girls baseball. What's it called? All girls baseball league. It's like that, but the only difference is that it's hardball, not softball. So it has nothing to do with softball. It's real life baseball. The first four episodes are trying to recruit members because of the fact that they don't have enough members. Because you need nine. You need nine players on a baseball team. Baseball field, people. You can't play with eight and have no center field because that does not fucking work. So that's the first four episodes. Once they get all nine players, the student council usually when it comes to baseball and when it comes to sports and the student council, it's usually the student council tries to beg and plead just to screw them over. But this one wasn't. They were like all for it, and they don't have a lot of scenes as much as I thought they would do. But then again, it's them. Now, when they get their nine players, they get another player after you get they're trying to get nine players. They eventually do that, but then they get a 10th player, which is pretty much the title of this thing says Cinderella number 9, which makes no goddamn sense. If there's 10 fucking players, you should call it Cinderella 10. I mean, fucking really, man. I hate when anime does that. But then again, it's baseball. I understand. It's part of life. Here's the problem. That's the only problem I have with the fucking title, man. If you have 10 players, why the fuck is it called Cinderella 9? It makes no fucking sense. But anyway, the redhead girl has her own little arc, sort of. There's only 12 episodes, so it's not gonna last very long. But the main issue with that is the fact that it's a baseball anime. Okay, I understand that you want to do a side mission on why she's not playing baseball because she loves baseball. She's their pitcher in later episodes, but she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to go through or whatever the fuck it's called. She doesn't want to go through the emotions because her parents are in an abusive relationship, which is only like a couple episodes, And it got me a little. There's one scene where she's talking to her mom, and it really creeped me the fuck out. That's the one thing I did not want to see. An anime that's mainly about baseball has a scary moment where it's like, what the fuck is going on? I don't fucking know. It makes no fucking sense. It really drives me like up to here. If I wanted to watch a fucking horror anime, I watch Higurashi, Alpha Lab, fucking another Dead Man Wonderland's up there too. I mean, seriously, Alien 9. I haven't mentioned that anime in a long time. Alien 9, only 4 fucking episodes, but all the kids are fucking elementary school kids and they all fucking die at the end. Man, that's fucking weird. But this anime had that fucking emotions because of the fact that I didn't expect that from a sports anime as a whole. There's some comedic acts in that arc lasts for like 2 or 3 episodes. Then the last part is when they're trying to get better. 8 and 9 are trying to. All the players are trying to get better at playing at their right positions. 10, 11 made no fucking sense. They had first off, there's only 3 games that they show. They have the final game, which is 11 and 12. They had a practice game where they got stomped on 12-1, which was kind of fucking funny, to my opinion, because they got stomped on in the beginning because they were a new team and they got stomped by a good team that was 12-1. They got stomped. And the only reason why they scored the one run is because of the fact that they switched the outfielders with the infielders. So the outfielders were the infielders and the infielders were the outfielders. That's the only reason why they scored 1 run. And then they switch swap and they got their asses kicked. With that being said, though, this anime has the practice game between the ace pitcher made no fucking sense, especially when she doesn't play a single game. She doesn't play. She's only there for 1 fucking episode. I mean, seriously, if you're gonna highlight a fucking player, you should do so. But they don't do it. She plays like only half the innings because she thinks that the team that's the main cast, is a bunch of fucking scrubs. In fact, she thinks that they're a bunch of scrubs. They're playing against the third strings, which makes no fucking sense. I mean, seriously. And then that's another issue I have, and I just realized it. They had trouble being a third string team, a team that only plays third string players, but yet they can beat a team that has all their starters in the play, and they beat them. I think it was 5-4. That made no fucking sense, especially when the games are back to fucking back. That episode when they beat the third string players was episode 10. Episode 11 and 12 is the main freaking play where they play against a team that shut them out 12-1. It's an anime trope. I get that because most sports animes does that. Big Wind Up does that. Big Princess 9 does it. It makes no fucking sense. Having said all that, the other main issue I have with this anime, and it's not like it's a bad anime. I love this anime to some extent. I mean, there's some things that I wish they'll fucking fix, but that's why I like reviewing these animes, because I can tell you guys what my mindset is when it comes to the animes. That's why when I finish an anime, I try to get all my thoughts on it, and that's why I like to review them. Because the next anime I'm going to be watching that's sub is a fucking tennis anime. It's not going to be fucking Prince of Tennis, because that anime has 175 episodes. But back to this. The main issue with this is the fact that every baseball anime I've watched, at the end of the series, they have the main team lose in some fashion. Like, for example, Princess Nine, they lose to a boys team, and they lose, and then they'll be back next year. But the problem is, there's no more episodes. Big Wind Up has the same issue. I mean, seriously, they beat a good team in the first season. The second season, they stomped on every team between episodes 1 and 8, and then the final game, they get decimated because the other team figures out what their weakness is, even though they try to switch it. And the fact that, they get curb stomped, but then all of a sudden they said we're going to be better, even though their team is a bunch of fresh, all the teammates players on Big Windup all of them are freshmen, and that's just it. They don't have any issue with that. That's the main issue I have with Big Windup, but I still give it a 10 because of the fact that it made me think more about strategizing about baseball, and that's why I have a lot of respect for it. It might not get a 10 for everyone else, but that's what my opinion is. When it comes to this anime, though, it doesn't do shit. It teaches you it sort of teaches you the three main pitches. The fastball, because that's what they all do, and all the women that throw pitches are all fastballs. A slider, and I think there's one more, but I can't remember it. I think it was like they don't do a knuckleball, they don't do a curveball, they don't do a breaking ball, they don't do one of those slow fast pitches that freaking Mahashi does in Big Windup. I can't believe I said that his name right. It took me a while, but no, it gets a 6 out of 10. I mean, the soundtrack's awesome. I love the soundtrack. The cues of how it's like it's trying to be intense, but I can't take it seriously because, I know that they weren't going to show me the whole entire fucking game. Unlike fucking Big Windup, where they show me the entire game from beginning to end on the first season. That's why I give it high praise, because that's the main reason why I liked it. But it gets a 6 out. It's in the middle between Big Windup and Princess Nine, because Princess Nine has its own issues because of the fact that it crams in too much shit, and the fact that I found this story boring. So yeah, but next anime is gonna be a tennis anime, and I hope you guys enjoy that. I will, however, review fucking Zombieland Sagas, which thank God I'm almost done. Thank the Lord. I'm on episode 8, which took me almost 6 months to fucking finish. When it comes to an anime that I like, there's a lot of stuff, but I'll save that review later. But you notice that some of my reviews are sporadic. Like, if I don't want to talk about it, that means that you guys have probably already watched it because it's mostly a mainstream anime. Like Defrag, for example. Yeah, I wanted to talk more about it, but the problem is that I don't want to saturate it because it's one of those well-known animes that most people know about. This anime people probably have no fucking idea what the fuck the anime is. I mean, it's a baseball anime, but if you look at the fucking title, you think that has to do with Cinderella, for Pete's sakes. I mean, what the fuck? And there's not 9 fucking players, there's fucking 10. Well, technically there's fucking 11. God damn, man. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm glad that they did, however, they have 2 pitchers. One pitcher's a right-handed and the other pitcher's a blondie. Blondie's a left-handed pitcher. I do know that left-handed pitchers last a long time because there's not a lot of left-handed pitchers. And that's what I like about it. So, it gets a 6. And I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care. I know this anime review is going to be a lot. Some anime reviews might be longer, might be shorter. But it depends on what I have to say about the anime. But all in all, it's okay. I mean, there's some things I wish they would do, like show me a full fucking baseball game, first off. And second of all, stop sugarcoating all the fucking characters. I mean, you got your Shy, you got your Airhead, you got your hypergenic person, you got your it's pretty much anime tropes. And also, if you're gonna make them lose, make sure you have a second fucking season. And if they lose on the second season, make sure you follow up with a third season. Don't be a fucking asshole and make us read the fucking manga, because that's the only way we're gonna figure out who the fuck wins. Unless the manga's over, like Mushishi. I mean, seriously. But yeah. Gets a 6 out of 10. Hope you guys have a nice positive day and take care.